Okay, so believe it or not, this is round two. First time I just took a photo of myself. Thought I was videotaping myself, but I wasn't at all. By no means. I was wondering why the screen was not moving. But yeah, so I went on a whole like 8 minutes of ranting. Well, it wasn't ranting. It was just talking about like something I kind of thought about. This is in my own opinion. There are multiple opinions on this, but throughout my experience of up to what I've been through up to now, I even tried the religious way and it was inconclusive, I guess is the way to say it. I prayed. There was nights I prayed for someone to help me, and I was like sleeping on that blow up mattress, and people were coming into the room I'm trying to sleep because they're in the other room doing drugs and having a half stroke and can't breathe because they're overdoing it. Like, at the time I was a kid, I didn't know what was going on, but later on growing up, and you just, everybody's like, you don't find that weird? It's like, what are you talking about? Everything in my life is weird. What am I supposed to, I can't tell the difference anymore. Everything's but yeah, I used to pray all the time. Just when I was younger, when I went through foster care, when there was definitely a lot of stuff going on back then, and I prayed for my sins. I owned up to being someone that is willing to, I do sin, I do things, whatever, but the thing is like I owned up to all these things, but where did it get me still? It got me nowhere. Like I got me here. It was not a religion. I got some stories that can just, I don't even know how I even made it out. Like, seriously, it's a lot. Tut tut. Looks like rain. But yeah, anyways. The religion part of it, being baptized, like, I think it was twice. I went to different church venues, like I went when I was in Oahu, Hawaii. It was probably the best church I ever been to. They were just so, not in a racist way, but colorful. It was animated. You can tell they loved what they believed in. Didn't matter what everybody else thought. I feel like we're just kind of all doing our, I don't know. We gotta do what we gotta do to get through it. And I really just don't think based on one thing like as religion or counting on prayers is ever gonna really help. It doesn't help with later on in life, you find out it's a lot worse than what you think it is. I only know so much from observation, but some of this stuff just energy. But yeah, it's kind of the topic I was trying to stick to is I probably until up a couple years ago I stopped praying, to be honest, because I don't even think any of it was worth it. It wasn't doing anything. It was making things worse, if anything. It was the only constant in my life that I stopped 3 years ago, where everything just kind of started. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But yeah. Things that you notice when you get a chance to sit back and just relax. Watch the weather. I need to feed the dang birds. They're all getting angry because the struggle's real right now. They're gonna have to wait until we get some seed. But yeah. I think everything should be looked at as something being borrowed. Like, even you look around you, you see like weather and stuff changing. The world's trying to adjust and accommodate to us still, and we're not seeing it. Like, we had an opportunity to reset ourselves during COVID. I mean, there was some peace for a while there. Everybody kind of got a chance to be able to be friends with their neighbors, but it was also a chance for people to start getting each other's business, and it wasn't healthy, and it lasted for a while because COVID kept us all inside and scared. So like, it's really how you look at the situation. I feel like we were given an opportunity to kind of reset a little bit, but we missed it. And there's nothing wrong with that because that's what makes us human. when you watch on National Geographic, like, yeah, I've had people be like, don't you think there's just some conspiracy? No. You watch, the first time I watched my show, I was watching, basically my spirit animal is what I think is like an octopus. And it was like a documentary on following her around and stuff like that. And her name was Scarlet, and so it was just the most beautiful story. And I'm just sitting there amazed the whole entire show. And then I was like, okay, I need to watch it again because repetitive things help me stay where I kind of level me out. So like I can watch the shows over again. But the thing is this time, the second time I watched it, I noticed that the Great Barrier Reef is where they are, and it is not as alive as it looks. Like there's a, like from what I remember, or what it's like, even scientists and stuff like that, it's more colorful. Like we're taking too much. You do kind of see some hope in the Great Barrier Reef because they're starting to adapt to warm temperatures. Like you see bleaching, and but then now they don't. It's all adaptation, just like what we do is we adapt and we keep going. That's how we learn. One giant scientific method. I don't know. It's a lot to hold and think about, but it's all perspective too. I just know I feel like things, especially on the inside, like at least for me, are feeling better. And I think that's actually helping a lot with like my environment, like what positivity I bring into my situation. Being aware is not always a bad thing. Questioning things is not a bad thing. It's human. When you start realizing that everybody, if you keep questioning the same thing and you just keep hearing the same thing but different stories, different days, you have to start wondering, like, am I the one that's crazy? Like, that's why I think I kept moving, because I kept questioning the same things, and it was like, okay, nobody else, am I not fitting in right? Like, it's hard to find a place to fit in. Yeah. Everybody stay safe and have a wonderful what's left of the weekend. Looks like we're gonna get some kind of storm, which is hopefully it's wicked. We usually have a bubble in here, so it's hard to tell what we're gonna get. You can always tell though with the wind. Now it picks up. Out of nowhere. But yeah. Just remember not to ever, it's hard to not do it because we're human. Just don't judge someone if you can on the outside, because we're probably feeling just as ugly on the outside as we are on the inside. And it is very true, we're all battling our own things. Maybe not in the same level or extent, but if we were, then we wouldn't have any kind of difference. And I think it'd be more chaotic. Stories are meant to be told, like, that's how we learn, that's how we adapt, that's how weather changes. I just think that good things are coming, so. But yeah, I just wanted to show my Pokemon. I have Pokemon Charmander socks. Awesome, yeah. Everybody have a wonderful day.